Detailed overview of the discern, the unimportance of practically everything. In the chapter titled, Discern, the unimportance of practically everything, in the book, Essentialism, the disciplined pursuit of less, by Greg McKeown, the author explores the concept of discernment and the importance of distinguishing the truly essential from the non-essential. Here is a detailed overview of the chapter. McKeown begins by highlighting the prevalence of non-essentialism in modern society, where people are constantly bombarded with options and distractions. He explains that discernment is the key to breaking free from this cycle and focusing on what truly matters. The chapter emphasizes that not everything is equally important or deserving of our time and attention. McKeown introduces the concept of a discerning mindset, which involves developing criteria for evaluating opportunities, commitments, and projects. He encourages readers to ask themselves questions such as, is this the most important thing I should be doing with my time and resources right now? To determine the essential from the non-essential. The author introduces the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, which states that roughly 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort. He explains that discernment allows us to identify and focus on the vital few activities that generate the majority of our desired outcomes. By saying no to non-essential activities, we create space for the essential ones. McKeown suggests that discernment requires both evaluation and elimination. We need to evaluate the potential impact and alignment with our goals and values before committing to an activity or project. He emphasizes the need to eliminate non-essential distractions and requests that do not contribute significantly to our essential goals. The chapter discusses the fear of missing out, FOMO, and how it can hinder discernment. McKeown advises readers to overcome FOMO by recognizing that saying no to non-essential activities allows us to say yes to what truly matters. He encourages readers to focus on the opportunities they have chosen and fully embrace them. Furthermore, McKeown addresses the challenge of external pressures and expectations. He emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries and communicating our essential priorities to others. By doing so, we can protect our time and energy for the activities that align with our essential goals. The chapter concludes by emphasizing that discernment is an ongoing practice. It requires continuous evaluation, reflection, and adjustment. McKeown encourages readers to be proactive in discerning what truly matters and to develop the habit of eliminating non-essential distractions to create space for the essential. In summary, the chapter, Discern, the unimportance of practically everything, in Essentialism, highlights the significance of discernment in living an essentialist life. It emphasizes the need to distinguish the truly essential from the non-essential by developing criteria for evaluation and elimination. By cultivating discernment, individuals can focus their time, energy, and resources on what truly matters and achieve greater fulfillment and impact. 20 great points with examples from Discern, the unimportance of practically everything. Certainly. Here are 20 key points from the chapter, Discern, the unimportance of practically everything, in Essentialism, the disciplined pursuit of less, by Greg McKeown, along with examples. 1. Importance of discernment. Understand the value of discernment in distinguishing the essential from the non-essential. It involves evaluating opportunities, commitments, and projects based on their alignment with your goals and values. For example, assessing whether attending a networking event aligns with your long-term career objectives. 2. Developing criteria for evaluation. Create criteria to assess the importance of various activities and commitments. These criteria can include factors such as alignment with values, potential impact, and contribution to long-term goals. For instance, evaluating potential projects based on their alignment with your core values. 3. The Pareto principle. Recognize the 80-20 rule, where roughly 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort. Embrace discernment to identify and focus on the vital few activities that generate the majority of your desired outcomes. For example, identifying the key tasks that contribute the most to your project's success. 4. Eliminating non-essential distractions. Learn to say no to non-essential activities, requests, and commitments. By doing so, you create space and resources for the activities that truly matter. For instance, declining invitations to social events that do not align with your immediate priorities. 5. Overcoming the fear of missing out, FOMO. Recognize that saying no to non-essential activities allows you to say yes to what truly matters. Shift your mindset from FOMO to JOMO, joy of missing out, by focusing on the opportunities you have chosen and embracing them fully. For example, feeling content with staying in and working on a personal project rather than attending a social gathering. 6. Evaluating potential impact. Assess the potential impact of each opportunity or commitment before making a decision. Consider how it aligns with your goals and whether it will contribute significantly to your desired outcomes. For instance, evaluating the potential return on investment of attending a conference or workshop. 7. Setting boundaries. Establish clear boundaries to protect your time, energy, and resources. Communicate your priorities to others and learn to say no to requests that do not align with your essential goals. For example, setting specific office hours to minimize interruptions and ensure dedicated time for focused work. 8. Practicing elimination. Regularly eliminate non-essential distractions, tasks, and commitments from your life. This creates space for activities that align with your essential goals. For instance, decluttering your physical and digital spaces to remove unnecessary distractions. 9. Prioritizing activities with long-term value. Focus on activities that have long-term value and contribute to your overall objectives. This involves discerning between short-term gratification and activities that provide lasting benefits. For example, choosing to invest time in learning a new skill that aligns with your career aspirations rather than engaging in mindless entertainment. 10. Reflecting on past choices. Reflect on past choices and evaluate their alignment with your essential goals. Learn from any missteps and use those experiences to refine your discernment process moving forward. For example, analyzing the consequences of taking on too many commitments and adjusting your decision-making accordingly. 11. Aligning with core values. Ensure that your choices and commitments align with your core values and principles. Evaluate opportunities based on how well they resonate with your fundamental beliefs. For instance, considering whether a business partnership aligns with your ethical values before entering into an agreement. 12. Focusing on high-impact activities. Concentrate your time, energy, and resources on activities that have the highest impact and contribute significantly to your goals. Identify the few key tasks that generate the most meaningful results. For example, devoting focused time to work on a crucial project rather than scattering efforts across multiple low-value tasks. 13. Assessing opportunity costs. Recognize that every choice involves an opportunity cost. Evaluate the trade-offs and sacrifices associated with each decision. For instance, considering the time and effort required for a new commitment and whether it will detract from other essential activities. 14. Regular evaluation. Continuously evaluate your activities, commitments, and projects to ensure they align with your current goals and values. Regularly assess whether they still contribute to your essential intent. For example, reviewing your weekly schedule to identify non-essential activities that can be eliminated or delegated. 15. Avoiding busyness for its own sake. Do not equate busyness with productivity or significance. Focus on meaningful activities that align with your essential goals rather than getting caught up in a cycle of constant activity. For instance, resisting the urge to fill every minute of your schedule with tasks that do not contribute to your essential intent. 16. Mindful decision making. Make decisions deliberately and consciously. Take the time to reflect, evaluate, and consider the consequences of each choice. For example, pausing before accepting a new commitment and evaluating its potential impact on your overall workload and well-being. 17. Embracing essentialism as a mindset. Recognize that essentialism is not a one-time decision but an ongoing mindset and practice. Cultivate a discerning mindset by consistently evaluating choices and prioritizing the essential. For example, regularly reassessing your goals and adjusting your activities accordingly. 18. Focus on quality over quantity. Emphasize the quality of your activities and commitments rather than the quantity. Prioritize depth and meaningful impact over spreading yourself too thin. For instance, dedicating more time and attention to a few high-impact projects rather than juggling numerous low-impact ones. 19. Evaluating external expectations. Consider the influence of external expectations and societal pressures on your decision-making. Be mindful of aligning your choices with your own aspirations and goals rather than conforming to external demands. For example, choosing a career path that aligns with your passions rather than succumbing to societal expectations. 20. Continuous refinement. Embrace the idea that discernment is an ongoing process that requires continuous refinement and adjustment. Regularly reassess your priorities, evaluate your choices, and make necessary course corrections. For example, revisiting your long-term vision and adjusting your goals based on changing circumstances. These points highlight the significance of discernment in essentialism and provide practical examples of applying discernment in various aspects of life. By distinguishing the essential from the non-essential and making intentional choices, individuals can focus their energy and resources on what truly matters and lead more purposeful and fulfilling lives.